Welcome back. The season is upon us once again. Hearthstone Budget Series, TrashcanTV original starting up, our most famous series of all time, and once again, 3 times a year, it's a new Hearthstone expansion. Well, it's been for a couple of weeks, and it has finally come the time that we have decided to on the perfect budget decks for you to start out if you're a Hearthstone beginner, limited on dust. We're gonna have a deck for every single class. Prepared for you that we're going to showcase in this series over the next couple of weeks, which has been a fan favorite so far. And today we are starting off with Shaman. This is a very good budget deck. Again, this is somewhat of a reference, I think, to previous ones, and that goes to show, like, especially last expansion, that goes to show how strong this archetype still is. It's Murloc Shaman. It's an aggressive leaning strategy. If you haven't seen it yet, you can show the curve if you want to. Very early game heavy curve, which means that this deck aims to play down minions really quickly, buff their attack up with the Murloc synergies, and especially Bloodlust, which is the key card to finish out games in this deck. Very important, and it's free. Everyone has it, which is why this is so great. And this deck relies on, like I said, going down on the board fast, and preferably killing the opponent around turn 6 or 7 at the very latest. So we're going to play very quickly. We're going to play aggro, which is what that archetype is going to be called, and hopefully end up a lot of games really quickly and climb up that ladder really quickly. So let's hop onto...
One thing I want to say about this is that while we haven't finalized all of the decks yet, this is already one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because not just is it one of the stronger budget decks, but also it's one of the cheapest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This one is wonderful.
And one thing to know, of course, is while this is a very cheap deck, there are upgrade possibilities, which we usually mention. Yeah. We haven't done it yet. Scargill can go in here.
Scargill is, I think, the central one if you're looking to upgrade this.
If you want, you can include Nightmare Amalgams. Mm-hmm. We didn't, partially because of budget reasons, and honestly, they're not absolutely necessary.
I also prefer the Ghostlight Angler specifically in decks that don't value out as highly as the Scargill decks. So because you have a turn 10 play with Ghostlight Angler, so I kind of like this is what we decided to go with over Nightmare Amalgams, which were originally in an earlier draft of this, but this is the final list. And like you said, one of the cheapest and also one of the best. Now, last expansion rather, like in the middle of our budget series, they brought up nerfs and buffs, and we were thrown completely awry with our planning and our deck draft. So we had to kind of we had to draw it out and later even cut it off because we didn't get it done in time. But hopefully this expansion we're staying on track. This is number 1, and this is already as consistent as it can get. So we're gonna show this off on the ranked ladder and show that you can hang with the best of them with this deck. All right, this could be Murloc Mayhem right now, because Paladin also is very famous for playing Murlocs right now. I think
Quest.
Or Quest, both possible.
If it's Quest, I think we want to keep Earthshock.
We want to keep Earthshock either way.
And I think Tidehunter is fine.
Yeah, I like what we have right
We have a turn 2 play in the Lackey either way, but Tidehunter sets up nicely for something like Soul or...
Now we play Tidecaller, obviously.
Yes.
And our Tidehunter next turn is vehemently strong. And that's the exact reason, by the way, why we keep Earthshock, because of Tidecaller.
Yeah, Tidecaller
and any Reborn
is
stuff.
always a turn 1 play unless there is already something bigger on the board.
Yeah. So you saw the lengths that he went to there to get rid of that, and also now we know what he's doing.
Which means that Fishflinger is actually kind of awkward.
Yeah, Fishflinger is now very.
I think it's just Tidehunter, right?
Yeah.
Just start establishing a board. Fishflinger against Murloc decks is a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you want to play it optimally, the same turn that you get
the momentum out of playing the Murloc first,
because otherwise your opponent gets more tempo.
Correct.
I think this is a good way to trade this.
Yeah.
Do we Earthshock?
That's the question, right? Do we? I think we Earthshock. I think we Earthshock just to gain momentum.
And I think we play Sludge Slurper and the Lackey.
Likely, or even Murmy, but we Earthshock for sure.
Now it's Murmy, I think.
Yeah, and it's Earthshock. It's gonna definitely be a resource game.
Very versatile card.
Now, Murloc Paladin has the advantage in the spell combo that they can pull off.
Yeah, more push.
With Prismatic Lens and tip the scales. If he does get to do that, we're gonna have a tough time.
Yeah, otherwise, this deck, the Shaman, is more consistent in that it has more value generation,
like we're gonna play,
like Sludge Slurper, as well as, of course, the
Angler
Murloc generation in the Anglers.
Yeah, Ethereal Lackey, see if we can get, I think Fork Lightning is some of the strongest ones we could have wished for there, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I think we could play that.
We trade the 1/1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then forked.
Yeah. Go face.
And now we just have to hope he doesn't draw a Prismatic Lens ever.
Yeah, or Consecration, which people tack into their Paladin deck sometimes. For better or worse, in this case for the better, but for him at least.
That's neither of those.
That's neither.
And that doesn't do shit. And he goes for the board control too.
Alright, you gotta keep it up here. So,
I think it's just Witchy Lackey on the
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Very important thing. Evolve the non-Murloc if you can.
Yeah. Do we trade? No reason not to.
Yeah, fair enough.
We win the resource battle right now. We have Tasty for next turn, so we trade.
Well, we win the resource battle until he draws Prismatic Lens.
Mm-hmm.
Which, at any given point, there's like a 10% chance. Getting ever so slightly increasingly higher.
Whoa! One War Leader that spells desperation, man.
Yes.
Oh, Soul is huge. Soul is huge. You have Tasty Fin to Soul. Trade everything. Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, we don't even have to trade everything.
3 1/1s hit the War Leader, 1/4 hits the 1/1. Everything trades. We're winning right now.
I don't see why we have to sack.
There's really no reason. There's really no reason not to.
I personally would prefer hitting the 1/4 in there, hitting one of the.
I want to clear the board either way.
You want to clear it 4?
Yeah, I want to clear the full board.
I don't understand it
because we're not winning.
Every point of damage that we miss. Gives him an extra chance to drop Prismatic Lens.
A little bit of this is also a mind game because you clear the board, you're telling him that he has no chance, and then now we're any given draw away from just winning on the spot. And Seer is a pretty good one. I think we Flinger and Seer.
Yes.
See what we get. If we get War Leader, we play War Leader, obviously. Okay, let's Seer then.
Yes.
Let's Seer, and any given buff just wins for us forever.
Well, he does have a cheap tip to scales now.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
Yeah, he does have it, but
unless he drew Lens, which is actually possible.
He can do Lens, yeah. We'll see.
I think it's all face.
So what do we have? We have 4, 16.
The thing is, we go all face because he wants the 1/1 to die.
I mean, we have one turn next turn anyways, so probably, yeah.
Prismatic wants an empty board, so he'll trade it either way.
Likely do it, yeah. I'm not sure how many Murlocs he has in his deck.
He played another Lens.
Probably Scales coming up now.
Yep.
He might have drawn Tasty Fin Lens and had nothing happen the first time.
Oh, that could be possible, yeah.
No taunt Murlocs, obviously. And here's the thing: we can still get away and be winning with just trading this board.
Okay, we
have 12.
One certain thing on his side to die.
Yeah. So
I think
we trade one thing. Yeah.
This is for sure.
Trade one thing off so something dies, so we can play Angler when the death rattles trigger. So yeah, hit that. Play Angler.
Why do you want the Angler on the board when death rattles trigger?
Because summons Murlocs.
No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, but it's on play.
It's on play. All right. So do we Toxfin somehow, or I think 1/1 needs to die, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Oracle. His Tasty Fin, I'm not so sure about, but we have a 3/4 into 2/3 value trade. We could even take his Tasty Fin.
I think we want to take his Tasty Fin because that makes the second tip, if it happens, worse.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think we just
that into Seer or that way.
This, I mean, it ends up being the same thing.
And then we can take out Murmy too.
We don't want to take out Murmy.
We do want to take out Murmy because now War Leader offers good trades. But you can make your own decision on that. So like before, we have certain draws that just win out, right?
What is a generic card from? Oh, Fishflinger, right?
Now the scales also seems very weak now because he's running out of cards. So
yeah,
I think,
that's what I'm saying.
I think we're looking at a resource battle now.
I think we're looking at 50% of our deck being lethal. No, well, not quite, but
not really. But like, we have good chances.
4 out of 19 is.
I think our chances are pretty decent now.
Really up there. That was the worst one.
Soul's really good.
You know, no, I'm saying trading into the one thing that doesn't summon anything and is a Murloc.
We play two things. We play two things. Play Soul and trade everything.
We play Toxin, Hero Power, Soul, is what you're saying. There's really there's nothing great for Toxin to be doing, but
just any 1/1 or something. Yeah, that's also fine.
I mean, I'll play something that survives.
And take the correct trades.
Let's see here.
Just he can never push past this. We now play control.
Well, Nomi's coming up soon.
Yeah. But I assume by that time, at some point, we should draw a War Leader and or Bloodlust, especially given the fact that we still have Tasty Fin to go off.
Yeah.
Nomi's also only coming up at when he's out of cards, so that's gonna be a couple more turns until then.
Yeah, no,
until then the board.
I said soon. I didn't say right now. Oh boy, that trade though. Yeah, second tip mostly to set up Nomi at this point.
But this is very weak.
Which happens next turn, so
yeah, but now we just go, right?
We just go face, right? Wait, that's 7.
I think we just do.
And Hero Power, or do we actually play the Tide Caller?
Let's play the Tide Caller. We could play Tide Caller or actually take some trades.
Right, that works, yeah.
And hit Tasty Fin. Actually, we should have hit Tasty Fin first. So if we draw War Leader for just lethal straight up. Slight misplay on our side, but we did not, so that's okay. You know, we just tell them to go ahead and lose.
See, the thing about Nomi is, Nomi's only dangerous to turn after because nothing has charge.
If they had Taunt, different story.
Ooh, boy, Taunt would also be bad, yeah. Oh, hey, thanks for the Murloc.
That's a Murmy, too.
And thank you for the fish.
Yes, that is a book reference. Alright, this should not be winning. I think we've seen a very good representation of the Paladin versus Shaman argument, which people have had, by the way, in our Discord server too, when it comes to Murlocs. I'm generally on the Shaman side, because it feels more natural of a way to play. I think this other one is more of a smoky combo, obviously, but
Paladin relies on drawing specific cards.
You've seen in this situation that Paladin can lose two different ways: not drawing what you need, or just it not winning. Alright, Shaman on Shaman.
Second game, and we might be having a mirror here.
We might be having an all Murloc video today. We go second. Is Bloodlust ever keep? Let's consider this. We have Quest.
I think so, because
if Quest, then very likely. If other Murloc, then maybe not. But I think we could afford to because we have good cards.
We might drop the rest though, right? I know it curves out nicely in theory, but we have so many 1 and 2 drops that we can draw. Zero is good on 3 actually, but Ghostlight is not good on 2.
Yeah, let's get rid of that one.
Let's keep the Seer, I suppose.
It's least good on 2. It's decent on 2, but there's better stuff on 2, like that, for example. It's obviously best on 10.
This curve feels winning.
It feels very good, yeah. And we have Quest too, which I like that matchup. Tasty Fin over top seems nice.
Boy, that curve
looks good. Looks good. This is what you want to see. This is definitely what you want to see. Now he better be really quick with his battle cries here with the Wasps and Kovalakis, because if not, then I'll have a bad time.
I assume we keep the totem.
Yes, this totem is fine. Spell damage totem, you definitely want to be more careful about it.
Taunt, you have to kill.
And once he plays a minion, we also kill heal totem. But if not, it doesn't do anything by itself.
Heal totem is crazy good for trading sometimes.
Okay, that's spell totem.
I think we just play Cold Light.
Do we Cold Light? I think we do, yeah. Seems correct. Spell totem has to die in phase. And asking him to kind of deal with this, because depending on the variety of Quest Shaman, there's just nothing he can do about this.
We can play at least 2 Murlocs next turn. which means that
one of them could even be another angler. But
we have 9 damage at least.
if we go for maximum value, then we just play 2 anglers. Ask him to do literally anything, and then just win with Bloodlust. From that play, I'm not very impressed. I'm not very impressed.
Yes. So we just
I think double angler.
double angler.
Double angler.
How greedy are we on coining Toxfin?
Right now, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm just saying for the whiteboard for Bloodlust, you know.
I think we win, right? It's like, what is he gonna do? Even now,
Trade some stuff off.
we can take a trade. We hit something into Lackey and then and maybe even the 2/2 and then go face with the rest. Yeah. Hit Lackey and then Tide Call goes face.
Wait, why exactly do we hit the Lackey?
Wasp. Weaponized Wasp can't activate if it doesn't have a Lackey on the board.
Yeah, it's true.
One of the better board control tools, I guess. So we want to take the Lackey over the Rat. If he wants the Box Slusher, the Rat, be my guest right now. I don't care. I don't care about that one. Rolling for Taunt Totem. No Lightning Storm. Plague of Murlocs. Okay, yeah. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
On paper, he won that one, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Is it War Leader? What's winning? Is it War Leader Bluegill? Or is it Bloodlust? What Bloodlust is 12?
Bloodlust is 12 plus 4 is 16.
So not quite.
War Leader is plus 8 on those, plus another 2 for the 1/1 for the 1/2s. Meaning it's plus 10. Meaning it's 14. War Leader and 3 further Murlocs. That's another 6. That is exactly lethal.
So War Leader and
War Leader and 3 Murlocs.
Can we play 3 Murlocs?
With coin, yes. Wait, can we? We don't have board space, right? Wait, Bluegill.
Yeah, Bluegill.
Bluegill adds more damage. And now I have to actually check this. This is 8, 16, 20 is already enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
I was seeing if we had to coin Murmy for the Tide Callers.
Plague of Murlocs is very. I was considering stuff like the Bloodlust coin Murmy. That's something where you just take your time and calculate.
Yeah.
So just to make sure if you have it, you don't want to miss.
Oh yeah. When you're playing Hearthstone, your best friend is math. We have another Tide Caller in the starting hand.
We might have another mirror even. Let's keep the Slurper also. I think.
I know Slurper is like one of the best ones.
Slurper is pretty good. Tide Caller is arguably the best.
Yeah, on
but
one
Slurper's fine because it curves into lag. If you don't have anything else, you want Slurper, which is why it fits into Control decks or the Battlecry question.
And we have another Angler on 2.
Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So what do we have? Do we have Quest or do we have Murloc? The most likely things.
Well, there hasn't been a quest yet, so chances.
There's a quest.
He just took a second.
He was just considering whether to coin on Evil Totem. That's a giveaway. If you don't play Quest immediately, he's considering coining Evil Totem. Massive pro tip. Which sometimes is the play, but not in this case.
Either that or the touchscreen is sloppy.
Maybe that.
It happens sometimes.
Maybe he's lagging.
Is it Slurper hoping for Cobalt?
It's
is it now Slurper hoping for...
No, it's Tide Caller first, but
then Slurper hoping for Cobalt, otherwise hitting the 2/3.
Yeah, exactly. We could also do Titanic on Slurper now.
I like it.
Yeah. Just face.
And now we're just looking for Bloodlust.
Ask some questions, man. What are you doing? Or War Leader next turn just wins. What are you doing?
I like how evil this is.
It's pretty good.
Talking about evil, there's the cable.
There's a rat.
Fishing.
Oh, another pro tip, since you've seen we've got another angler off of the angler, which means that now we can be just a little bit more expendable with our current angler. Angler is low-key the most important card in the deck against certain matchups specifically.
Have I ever mentioned how important Oathshock is?
Oathshock is important. Also, angler very, very strong in the late game with the Ghostlight angler.
I suppose it's just Amalgam.
Just Amalgam.
And I think we're gonna hit.
Take a 1/1 trade. I think Lackey
Yeah.
because of Wasp still, and then
And
then everything else can go face.
I was thinking more or less the same thing because the concern, of course, is that if he gets through the taunt, he can kill something, and we'd rather have the Titanic Lackey die than the Tidecaller.
The reason that we kill Lackey as opposed to anything else is because the only thing that can really interfere with us right now is direct board domination or direct board control, which can come from weaponized Wasp more than anything else. And that requires for him to have a Lackey on the board. If he wants to make other plays, like if we were in a value game, you don't care too much about Lackey. Maybe you want to kill the Rat or the Nimbus for not to get box lock or get the Battlecoin value off.
We are taking a bit of a hit to the board, but
we still have resources too. We should play 3 Murlocs. Get 3 more. Not even Angler right now, I don't think. Just Tidecaller, I think.
Yeah, outright we get more.
We get more. We see if we get War Leader we played and just go face. We could play Tidecaller again. And then still have Murmy.
Yep.
Oracle best draw right now. We'll play Murmy. We're not really running out of stuff right now, so I
feel like we have enough anglers. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're fine. I think we're pretty fine here.
We have all sorts of anglers. Yeah. The one angler that I'm missing, of course, is my good old Coldland angler, but you know, can't have it all.
Coldland angler is still in the deck, right? No, wait. Do we? What?
Coldland angler isn't even standard.
No, it's not.
That's why I said I'm missing.
Are you thinking of Coldland Oracle?
What?
Are you thinking of Coldland Oracle?
No, I was thinking of Coldland angler. I'm saying the one I'm missing.
The old gods one
is
yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Coldland angler.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Oracle. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Oracle.
Right.
Tough break.
5,
speaking of oracles,
8 plus another 5
like
is
a Grim
13.
Scale.
That is 1 above lethal.
That is still winning, by the way. Even Toxin in the house, and we got it. All right, so I think that does it for today. Anyone call aggro decks burning out too quickly again with cards like Underbelly
Well,
Angler.
as you know, part of the Shaman class identity is that they're bad at generating cards.
So saith Blizzard.
They actually said
that is true. Yeah, in a class with Angler with
yeah, they said that right after during the expansion in which they printed both the new Hagatha and the Angler.
Underbelly Angler. Yeah. You got Storm Chaser. You have a lot of card gen, and in this one, Murloc deck is Murloc Shaman is probably my favorite aggro deck ever since of the entire year, basically so far since Rise of Shadows came out because of those interactions there.
Yeah, Underbelly Angler and Soul of the Murloc, and to a lesser degree, Toxfin took this deck over the top.
Yeah, Toxin even is strong because you can hit big taunts.
Although Toxin, of course, could have been replaced by more Earthshocks.
It allows for versatility. They're very similar cards, but why not get the Murloc body down?
Yeah, no, of course.
So I think we showcase this pretty well. Again, so far one of the strongest budget decks of this expansion. If you're coming new into Hearthstone, you're limited on dust. You say you played the tutorial. You're looking to go ahead and build a valuable deck. There's a good basis of basic Murloc cards like Tidehunter, which you can very quickly start building on, and the rest is cheap. The War Leaders are a bit of an investment. Bloodlust is there from the beginning, but
well, I think Bloodlust is there from like level 12 or 14, but yeah, it's a basic card.
But you'll get there. The War Leaders are the kind of the biggest investment, I think, which will put the deck over the top.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, this is super strong and very much.
And here's the thing, right? If you're an absolute beginner and you're playing at the lower ranks, you until you can craft the War Leaders, you couldn't play this deck without.
Yeah.
We had them on board once. We still perform very well.
On rank 10. Now, if you start at 50, you're gonna be
exactly.
You're gonna be having all the dust for the War Leaders and Scargill before you ever get into the territory where it's about single percentages of win rate. And we definitely need them. So I think we've shown that with this deck, just a little bit of dust, you can climb to the top. You can climb higher than this, by the way. It's just completely the start of the season.
Yeah, as you can see, these were my first 3 wins this entire season.
This deck can very easily, I want to say, with the sufficient experience learning curve in Hearthstone, which is part of the game, of course, but the deck itself can very easily take it to rank 5 at least, and I think really good players can take this to Legend without any more adjustments.
Full Murloc Shaman is one of the only 2 tier 1 decks right now, and honestly, I think Scargill is oftentimes a bit clunky.
Generally, I like Scargill, obviously, but
of course I played with Scargill as well.
It's not the most important legend in any deck, in any given deck.
But
so
you oftentimes don't get good Scargill turns.
Yeah, this is one of the most complete decks. Like bang for your buck. This might be the best deck in Hearthstone right now.
Yes,
very frankly, and right off the bat, #1 in our budget series, of course. Next, we are going to have the Warlock class, and if anyone has any guess on what that deck is going to be, of course, in the comments, or like we mentioned in our Discord server, link to that, by the way, is in the description, and I want you or everyone watching this to go join that too. If you're a beginner in Hearthstone, it's the best place for you to be, hands down, because we have a great community of over 100 people, this point still growing, that can help each other out, a lot of beginners, a lot of more experienced players, to help each other out getting better at the game. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, you're starting into the game, it's kind of tough to get into it by yourself sometimes because there's a bit of a learning curve to it. But go join that server. We'd be happy to help you out, as well as a lot of other people we have in there. So we're looking forward to see you there. If you like this video, it was helpful to you, please drop a like on it and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because 8 more videos to come. We got a budget deck for every single class coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you're looking for some variety, some inspiration, be sure to check those out. And until next time, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.